We're back, chat. We're back. So I had to leave for a bit just to help out and do some stuff around the house, but back. I may or may not. I probably will update. I'll probably make a video so that both of the streams are together into one, probably eventually. But yeah, we're just gonna finish reviewing these changes. I've got like 2 hours before I have to get ready for work. So we're gonna finish reviewing these changes, and then we'll be done. We're gonna finish reviewing and uploading these changes to TBot, and then we'll be all but done for the day. I'll probably update deck images, but we're not deleting any decks on TBot just yet. We're not deleting any decks on TBot yet, because I want to see if they're gonna revert the changes or anything. We'll see. But we left off on Torchwood from the last stream. From our quick video, we left off on Torchwood. So what Torchwood does is it now gives the P's played behind it bullseye. That is what Torchwood does now. Yeah, so Torchwood does now. It now gives the P's behind it bullseye. Now, so P's on TBot, I've changed this to, and I need to pull up a bullseye. I need a copy of something that has bullseye. Just a little blockbuster probably. No. And get back to Torchwood. But Torchwood, it'll be random more decks, but now once we're done reviewing this update, I'm probably never gonna touch pvzh again. I'm probably gonna never touch pvzh again after I'm done reviewing this update, to be honest. It's just bad. You really can't play pvzh. It sucks. There's so many things that are busted about this update. There's so many things that are busted with this update. So yeah, Torchwood now gives the plants the P's behind a bullseye. Exoso Fiesta, another one that's arguably very broken. Especially if you have to went from an 8 cost to a 7 cost, which is crazy. Yeah, Espresso Fiesta, dude. Went from an 8 cost to a 7 cost. You can play Aptosaurus or Gravitry, turn 6. And then the next turn immediately do Espresso Fiesta, which is so busted. Because both of those cards are one-trickable, there's basically no way to kill Espresso Fiesta or Gravitry. And then next one you just get like a free OTK, essentially. Which is just bonkers. Okay. The next code that got changed was Blade's value. The value went from a 1-1 to a 2 to a 2-2. It went from a 1-1 to a 2-2, which is a slight buff. You're still probably not gonna play it. You're never gonna play this dry on 2-1 still. Yeah, you're never gonna play this dry on 2-2 still. Because it realistically still dies to all the same stuff it died to before. If you think about it. Like, this still dies to Bungie, this still dies to Longstone, still dies to Flick. It still dies to pretty much the same stuff it did before. Because they didn't modify the health at all. So pretty much dies to the same stuff it did before. There's a laser on it. I just okay, there it is. Alright. Okay, so after Way the Valley, there is Banana Switch became a 4-5. This is a stupid change. This is a stupid change. Cause you want this corn to die so you can get the 2.5 bananas next door. Now it's gonna be harder to kill this thing now, because it's a 4-5 now. I don't know why they did this. They gotta make it like more of a threat too. You gotta make this card more of a threat. It just sucks. This card sucks. This is a nerf. Because you want this thing to die, but now it's hard to kill because they gave it more health. What you want is to have more attack and less health. But instead they just gave him more health, which is a terrible change. This one is also Omega? Okay. So, we're looking for banana. Probably wants me to reopen my database, which we can do. If I don't finish this update by 3 o'clock, or do this live at work, because I don't know, I'm probably gonna be doing nothing much at work, to be honest. Probably not, but because of how slow it is. But yeah, banana split being 4 cost 4-5 is definitely a north to the code. I don't know who pushed this change, but it is bad. Like way bad. I mean, I think Fly kind of already reviewed this patch, but because he looked at the Reddit post for it, for the video that was made by P-Level. But yeah, we'll get to see his Floyd reaction now that it actually dropped, because this is ridiculous. Plucky Clover went from a 1-5 to a 2-5. I mean, it's a weird. What was the point of giving this a buff, right? Because it's gonna always get reverted by the card that. See, this is pointless because the attack is always gonna be whatever you conjure from the event card. So buffing the attack of this sort of does nothing because the attack will always become what you get from the event card. I don't know why they did that. I don't know why they did that. It's so awkward. Because the attack that comes from this, the attack that this has always come from the, the event card that you conjure, which is weird. It's a weird buff. I don't know. If you wanted to buff this card, you'd give it more health, because giving an attack absolutely doesn't matter. I gotta lie. I mean, so yeah, it just has +2. It just gets 2 more attack now. Whatever you conjure will have 2 more attack, technically. So if you conjure a shiny Shumo, will have 4. It would have like 3 attack. That's kind of weird though. I don't know. It's a weird buff. It's a weird buff when you think about it. It's a very weird buff. Let me update this in T-Bot. Yeah, it's fixed. Okay, let me find Plucky Clover now. Throw Pedo up in there because that got changed too. Did I update Cosmic Knot? I did update Cosmic Knot. Okay, throw that up there. Alright, so after Plucky Clover, then we have Umbrella Leaf, which became a 0-2. Which, to be frank, Umbrella Leaf becoming a 0-2, it's a good change. Yeah, it's a very good change. What's going on down here? Oh, somebody was trying to look at APOTK. But, yeah. Yeah, so Umbrella Leaf is a 0-2 now. Okay. I mean, that's a buff. It's a pretty good buff. Umbrella Leaf. It will definitely get used more often now. It's getting a lot more used now. So it's 0-2 now instead of being a 0-1. Still dies. Yeah, still Bungie. Bungie still hates this, but I don't even know if Bungie would be used because it sucks again 2-3 minutes and everything. P-Patch went from a 2-2 to a 2-3. That means boys must craft the P-Patch now. Boys must craft P-Patch now. P-Patch went from a 2-2 to a 2-3, which I think that's a pretty good. I think that's a really good change. It'll make the card more useful because now this is able to actually live, so it gives the buff to it the next one. Of course, rocketing, the thing that they put on top of this, will still be an answer, but you know, it's a pretty good card now, P-Patch, because you can now like play it dry most of the time and then evolve it to the next one. All that, yeah. Put something on top of the next one. Okay, now we are moving to Soul, the last class that got updates. So, Smashing Pumpkin, let's see. Smashing Pumpkin went from a 6-5 to a 6-6, which doesn't change much. This card is probably still never going to get used. Yeah, Smashing Pumpkin went from a 6-5 to a 6-6, which it changes to nothing actually. I think it's still a budget card. I think it might be a budget finish, but that's about it. To be honest, it's a budget differential, and that's about it. So yeah. Okay, so what else do we got? Sage went from a 2-1 to a 2-3. Kind of cool change. Kind of good. That's a very good change. That makes the card a lot more useful. Sage went from a 2-1 to a 2-3. That makes this card very good now. So 2-3. 2-3 Sage. Next card that got changed was Cornucopia that went down to 9 cost. Man, that's gonna be it's a good change, but it's still Cornucopia itself is such a bad card, because it makes a random plant, you know, it just makes random cards, which is the whole reason why it's bad. But lowering its cost definitely helps somewhat. So Cornucopia went from a 10 cost to an 8 cost. Oh yeah, by the way, we are almost done with this review. I did 2 different streams for this update because I had to go do something. Cornucopia went down to a 9 cost. And then the next change that happened is Mixed Nuts went from a 3 cost to a 2 cost. Wow. Wow, that makes this card a lot more playable, dude. That makes this card a lot more playable. A 4 cost 2/2, man. That is something. A 4 cost 2/2, man. That's crazy. I mean, yeah, 2 cost 4/4. As I'm gonna say, a 2 cost 4/4 is crazy. 2 cost 4/4, man. That's crazy stats. Hello, Prince vs. Zombies Gaming War Store. Hello. Like I said, if you're probably viewing the stream for the first time, I reviewed majority of the changes in the last stream. I am just finishing this update up and pushing it into T-Bot right now. But yeah, Mixed Nuts went from a 3 cost to a 2 cost. Next card that got changed is Powerful, or Boomerang, yeah. Boomerang went from a 3-3 to a 3-5. Yeah, 3-3 to a 3-5. Boomerang. Boomerang went from a 3-3 to a 3-5. That definitely helps it live longer. Okay. It's definitely useful. It's definitely a better card now. Boomerang. But the issue with Boomerang is that we also now have 2 3-5s. We have 2 4-costers that have 3-5 and strike through. And you're just going to use Powerful over Boomerang majority of the time. Okay. Alright, cool. Oh no, we finished the majority of this last stream. I just did 2 streams because I had something to do when I had the stream. To do other stuff when I had the stream. But Boomerang went from 3-3 to 3-5. So, next card that got updated is Powerful, yeah, which went from a 5 cost to a 4 cost. So power flower now costs 4. So now we have 2 3 5s that both do strike through. Alright, and you always want power flower over this, no matter what. If your budget, if you're playing in a maxed out deck, if you had this section, both of these you'd always want power flower because power flower has an ability. Well, heal your hero for for each flower, Power flower has an ability, Boomwing doesn't. Now let's put power flower here on the T-Bot code and get that scored away over there. So 5 cost goes down to 4. Okay, after power flower, the next code that's been updated is Chopper, which went from a 2-2 to a 2-3. Honestly, this changes nothing. This card's still bad because of the amount of attack it has. It has 2 attack. And like, if there's not a zombie, and if you just want to kill the zombies of 3 or less attack, just use Hammer, just use Hammer. Hammer does the same exact thing as Chomp, but it costs 1 less. The only thing different about these 2 cards is that this has 2 attack, but 2 attack is terrible for a 4 cost. So Chompo has been changed to 2-3. Yeah, honestly, majority of this update just sucks. Chomp, throw that up there. After Chompo, then we have Bios, which became a 4-5. This is gonna make the flower. This is gonna make flower menace. Yeah, flowers will be officially meta now. Because this is actually some pretty good stats to it now. This went from a 3-4 to a 4-5. So this overall was a pretty good change. And it's definitely gonna make flowers the meta. Okay. Flowers meta. So flowers went from a 3-4 to a 4-5. But like once we're done with this T-Bot thing, once we're done out being T-Bot, I'm not judging this gameplay until they avoid these changes. Or they avoid some of these changes now. Because some of these changes were fine and the rest of them were just like bad. There's a lot of bad changes that make the game like unplayable. So I probably won't be playing pvzh for that much longer. Cosmos, an actually interesting change. Now, instead of giving +1/+1 environment, it gets +2/+2 when an environment is played. Which definitely makes the card a lot better, I would say. Definitely makes the card a lot better. But now, like, people could play this turn 1, and Black Hole is dead, You can't play Black Hole against this. Unless you're just, unless you're playing it to just take the 4 damage bullet, Either take the 4 damage bullet, or, don't play environments at all. Cosmic Flower went from a 2-1 to a 2-2. Honestly, another change that does nothing. Because you didn't... This card needs more attack, though. I mean, sure it gives the Conjured Flower Strike Through, but this card is a 2/2. It just sucks. It's a 2/2 Strike Through. I don't know. It's just not a good card in itself. It's powerful here. But we will update that too by now. So Cosmic Flower went from a 2/1, yeah, 2/1 to a 2/2. Alright, and then after that, after Cosmic Sunflower, the next card that got updated is Tactical Cuke, which went from a 6 cost to a 5 cost. And this makes Tactical Cuke actually, I mean, it was annoying, it was still annoying to play against at 2 and 6, but it's actually good now at a 5 cost, man. A 5 cost Tactical Cuke to kill all zombies on the ground. That's crazy. That's crazy. So this goes down to 5. This went from a 6 cost to a 5 cost, which makes the card a lot better. So Solution went from a 2 cost to 1 cost. What's that? Was it up here in my new cards? I think it might be. Yeah, but anyway, Solution went from a 2 cost to a 1 cost. Which this change is good. I mean, it might be I think it's a bit busted because of the health it has. Because of the amount of health it has. Don't you upbeat Sunstone? It's weird. Okay, I already updated Sunstream T-Bot. Okay. So at least what it looks like. So, but this went from a 2 cost to a 1 cost. I think they should have nerfed the health with this because this is kind of broken. Getting a Sunny Ocean on 2 and 2 is crazy. Getting a Sunny Ocean on 2 and 2 is pretty crazy. So the next change that happened was Toadstool went from a 4/4 to a 4/5, which, be honest, that changes nothing. It changes nothing with the card. Like 4/4 going from a 4/4 to a 4/5. It's kind of like Chompo, where it was just another useless change. Yeah, it's kind of like Chompo, where it was just another useless change. Because this isn't going to make the card more playable. It's just not. Went from a 4/4 to a 4/5. Primeless Sunflower, this is the busted one coming up. Primeless Sunflower went from giving +1 sun to giving +2 sun, which is absolutely absurd. Because you can play 2 and 2 Fig now, you can play 2 and 2 B-Wax, you can play 2 and 2, what was the other one? Oh, the busted one that I was thinking about. But yeah, you can play 2 and 2. Just a lot of broken cards on 2 and 2 that cost. So we can play a 2 and 2 Wet Stingler behind the Primeless Sunflower and get a 7/3 on the board on 2 and 2. Play a 2 and 2 4/7 Fig that's constantly transforming into, you know, the next upper cost minions. Or you could play like 2 and 3 Onion Wings. Well, you could have already played 2 and 3 Onion Wings before, I suppose, with Twin Sunflower. I guess, yeah. I guess, yeah, you could have done that before, but yeah, that's crazy. So yeah, Primal Sunflower now gives +2 sun instead of +1 sun, which is absurdly busted. That's absurdly busted. So yeah, that's busted. Dang, boys opened up a tournament. Boys opened up a tournament in Halo. That's crazy. Boys started a tournament in Halo. If you guys want to play this game still after the patch, you can join the tournament that is happening in the pvzh community server. But probably with Sunflower going from giving +2 sun instead of +1 is busted now. It's busted. Until it still gets moved up. Sunflower gets moved up. Okay, and finally the last change is Sunflower Seed went from a 3 cost to a 2 cost, which is arguably a very good change. You know, this is a very good change. Went from a 3 cost to a 2 cost, and there was some pretty good trades that you make with this on Tournament 2. But on Tournament 3, there wasn't too many good trades to make with this, so I think it's a lot better now. One of the better changes that they did. Making that go from 2 sun to 3 sun. Okay, that is all of the changes reviewed, and it's all been added to T-Bot. You know, unless there was like secret changes that weren't posted on this Weta patch, but I think this Weta patch is everything. This Weta post is everything that happened in the update. So, yeah. This Weta post totally has everything that happened in updates, so it's kind of annoying. But I probably will not be playing pvzh anymore because of this update. I probably won't be playing pvzh anymore because of this update. I'll be playing pvzh in my this update. Because this update was so bad, it's the worst pvzh update ever. They gave Forgive Me Nots +2. So now instead of making tricks cost +1, it makes tricks cost +2. Yep, and Primal Sunflower gives +2 sun instead of +1. Front of your shroom is busted. Espresso is busted because now it costs 7 instead of 8. So they can do Aptosaurus or Gravity and Express Fiesta the next one, which is broken. Or you can even do a Banana on the water lane and then Express the next one, so it's busted. But yeah, Express Fiesta is busted. Still, I think. Cabbage Plant, I mean, it became a 3-4 in heights. I mean, that's a pretty good card. I wouldn't say it's completely busted. Wouldn't say it's completely busted, but it's a very good card. It's a very good card now with good stats. Yeah, we just wanted to go live to finish this update and push all of the card changes onto T-Bot. We will update the image lists too eventually, probably sometime today. Because extra sentence, the lists that I got, the Dex lists that I got changed. So special shout out to Extra again for sending all these lists that have with updated images. But outside of that, nothing much. I don't think we're gonna be deleting Dex from T-Bot just yet because we want to see if the patch gets reloaded. And honestly, if the patch gets reloaded, then I have to we modify these cards, but that's not too bad. I don't know. I hate doing all these massive updates to T-Bot. It's kind of annoying whenever we do these patches. We always have to do a massive update to T-Bot, which is very annoying. Just throw all these onto you. Yeah, just throw all of them onto you. No, okay. Updated card commands due to the patch. Okay. So what we'll do now is we'll pull up T-Bot and then we'll upload the files and then we'll end the stream because I'm not touching pvzh for now at least. This is how bad this update was. Oh, this update has some good changes, but a lot of them will just a couple of them just make the game unplayable. To be frankly honest with you, but yeah, forgive me, it's making tricks cost 2 more. Yeah, it's kind of very busted. Oh, I don't know. I don't like this new update though. This new update, that sucks. I hate it. I don't play. I'm not gonna play it. I don't know. I won't play it as much because it definitely sucks. But yeah. So we are going to restart T-Bot now. That is all of the cards updated in T-Bot. All of the cards, we just updated them into T-Bot. We shouldn't have any errors coming from them because they were pretty seamless changes that shouldn't cause errors into T-Bot, but we'll see. All the changes are pretty seamless. We just changed one thing in the T-Bot code to update it. We'll do a second. Just ping me. Oh, okay. But yeah, we updated all of the card commands that need to be updated. So that's cool. Card commands that needed to update due to the patch have now received an update. Update shortly. I'm gonna end the stream here now. We reviewed the patch. We updated the cards into T-Bot, so we did it basically everything we need to do. I need to get ready for work in about an hour, so I'm going to go now. Peace.